Hi, my name is Precious Toju. I am a partner at Living Springs Solicitors. Please join me as I take you through our debt recovery profile. Welcome to Living Springs Solicitors. We are Africa's first choice business and debt recovery lawyers. You can visit our website www.livingspringssolicitors.com to learn more about our other services. This presentation is to journeying with you through our debt recovery profile. In other words, where you want to retain our services strictly for your debt recovery matters or debt recovery file. This profile is to let you know a little bit of what we do as debt recovery and business lawyers and why you should actually retain us for your debt recovery matters. So let's get at it. First thing first, I'd like to introduce you to the Lease Recovery Group. So I want you to meet Living Springs solicitors and others. LIS, which is called Lease, is an abbreviation of Living Spring. The Lease Recovery Group simply means Living Spring Recovery Group, of which Living Springs Solicitors is a part of. So Living Springs Solicitors is a law firm that is a part of a bigger body. We are not just business and debt recovery law firm. We also do other things, and that is what I want to quickly take you through before I dive into a debt recovery. First thing first, the Lease Recovery Group is Africa's foremost recovery professionals, headed by Precious Toju, Esquire, one of the co-founder rather, and I am Precious Toju. A little bit of myself. I am a business and debt recovery lawyer, an insolvency practitioner, an accredited global mediator. I'm also a mediation advocate UK. I'm a certified financial and credit analyst. I'm a corporate trainer, debt recovery and credit coach, and author of 3 books, and I am the principal partner at Living Springs Solicitors. So let's go. So the Lease Recovery Group is made up of 3 different entities. First is the Living Springs Solicitors, which is a full-service business and debt recovery law firm tailored to the needs of commercial and corporate stakeholders and committed to serving businesses, creditors, debtors, rendering for virtual, legal, and online dispute resolution services. Then we move to the Lease Debt Recovery Company Limited. It is a private company of debt collectors and insolvency practitioners trained to help people, businesses, and organizations recover monies owed to them with ease. Other services rendered at the Lease Debt Recovery Company Limited are insolvency practices, winding up, debt factoring, credit reports, liquidation, bankruptcy, asset tracing, and tracking. We then move to Lease School of Business Recovery Limited. It is Africa's first business rescue specialist school for finance providers, consumers, and recovery professionals. At Lease School of Business Recovery, we are committed to redefining the practice of debt recovery, business rescue, and credit risk management in Africa through master classes, online courses, coaching programs, corporate training, conferences, and seminars. Our specialty training is pinned to debt recovery, credit risk management, business insolvency, restructuring, dispute resolution in business and at the workplace. We train both professional staff and companies. So, what is our innovation like? So, the Lease Recovery Group is a body of legal recovery and corporate training experts committed to changing the narratives and practice of debt recovery, business rescue, and credit risk management in Africa. And we are on a mission to promote a more cordial debt recovery approach with international best practices. Our vision is to have an African community where debtors and creditors can coexist and transact business in the most professional, civil, and amicable way. There are 4 major things that we concentrate on at Lease Recovery Group. The first is sanity. We are redefining and changing the narratives of how debt matters are handled and carried out as a business. The second aspect is we are friendly through innovations to improve transactions and recovery. We are ethical, at least Recovery Group. We are legally compliant, keeping business ethics. And then we are results oriented to provide a lasting solution to the public and the business world at large. Not just a temporal solution, but a permanent solution to our clients and customers' issues. So that is all about a few things about the Lease Recovery Group. Now, since this presentation is all about Living Springs Solicitors, let's go deep into what Living Springs Solicitors really do as a law firm. Firstly, Living Springs Solicitors is located at Ikeja, Lagos. That is where our head office is. We have annex offices in Abuja and Delta State. Our staff strength at Lagos is 8, and our total staff strength presently, today being the 31st of July 2024, when this presentation is done, total staff strength of 8 to 15. Now, we have two major ways that you can engage us as debt recovery professionals or lawyers. You can engage us, retain our debt recovery services to help you recover debts from your customers and clients. You can also, in addition, retain our corporate training services to train you, your staff, within our areas of specialization, which is debt recovery, dispute resolution, business insolvency, restructuring, and credit risk management in your business. So what is our debt recovery approach like? Our debt recovery approach is divided into two major ways. The first approach is to our client, who is a principal, and the second is to the customer debtor in which we have been appointed or engaged to recover money from. So our first approach to our principal, who is the person that is engaging us, the person or company that is engaging our services, is that we are customer-centric. And what that simply means is that when we are engaged to recover debts, we understand the fact that two major things are needed to keep you in business. The first thing is customer, and the second thing is cash flow. It is actually your customer that brings in the cash flow. So with a good understanding of that, and based on our business policies and our practices over the years, our approach towards our principal is to be customer-centric, and the essence is to help them promote more business transactions. So for the mere fact that a customer is owing you does not mean that that business transaction should come to an end because of that debt issue. You could still transact business with that customer again. That customer can also refer other customers to you, but it all depends on the experience that the customer has with you internally and externally when you engage us. Another part of our customer-centric approach is to foster your business relationship with your customers and clients. Is to also keep you in business, because if there is any harassment, there is threatening and all of that, a lot of things can be escalated against our client, and we do not want that. Is to also protect and sell you as a user-friendly corporate brand. Our second approach is ethical. We observe business ethics. We respect customer debtors' legal rights. Now, there is a reason we use the word customer debtor, and this is because before a person becomes a debtor, the person would have been your customer. So there is that customer relationship before that issue arises, and that is what we seek to keep for you and protect for the customer while we are on a mission to recover your money from them. We are ethical. We are legit. We carry out our debt recovery practices within the confines of the law. We avoid legal issues, headaches, penalties, and damages. What is the use of having to, a customer owes you 500,000 naira, for example, and you end up paying the customer 2.5 million because for damages or because you infringe on the customer's fundamental human right. We wouldn't want you to add more bills to the unpaid ones. Then litigation is but only the very last resort. We are lawyers that love to go to court. We are advocates and barristers of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. However, when it comes to business, we understand that time is money, and money, the value of money depreciates with time. For example, the worth of 50 million naira 3 days ago is not the same worth today. So we believe that there are better, faster, more cost-effective ways to recover your debts without going to the court that might take a little bit longer. We are results oriented. We want to get your money out, help you maintain constant cash flow in business. We want to help you multiply your profits by, rapidly recovering your outstanding outside, and want to ensure that you are in business because you need cash flow and profit to be in business. Okay, what is our approach to your customer debtor? Firstly, our approach is solution-oriented, not to complicate or make matter complex for your customer. Our approach is also amicable and not problematic. Our approach is peaceful. We do not harass or threaten your customer debtor. We are diplomatic. At the same time, we are very firm as our demands. We have adequate follow-up that is accurately and 100% professional. We could follow up 1,000,000 times in a day. It's 1,000,000,000,000 times in a week. Irrespective, we are professional in our follow-up. We are understandable but payment driven. In other words, we would understand the customer debtor situation and try to see how we can also help to ensure that these payments are made. However, the bottom line is the customer has to pay, and the customer will pay. So what is our pre-engagement steps? What exactly do we do when you engage us? The first thing we will do is to peruse all the debt documents, and we have our reasons for doing this. We also do a background check of the debtor. We don't just go and meet the debtor and start talking or writing notice of demand. It is our belief that anybody can write a notice of demand. So at times, in a first approach of notice of demand may not do the magic. Our approach is we will check out the debtors, understand what the loan transaction was all about. Then we check out the debtor's background. We know what the debtor is doing, was doing, is currently about to do. We have to understand the entire debt situation, and of course also understand who the debtor is and what is the debtor's lifestyle. We then strategize and map out the best debt recovery approach. It is our belief and one of our policy in the firm that debt recovery is not a one jacket suits all. In other words, what may apply to customer A is not the same debt recovery technique or approach that may apply to customer B. And we do all of these things before we finally engage the customer debtor. What is our official duration? When you hand over your debt files to us, we'll give you a minimum of 3 months for us to get out your money. We give you a weekly update for the first 1 month, and then subsequently a monthly report, because in most situations, customers are most likely to pay at the end of the month. The weekly report for the first 1 month is to let you know what we have done, where we are, and what we have agreed on. Then after 3 months, we will advise on escalation of the debt recovery process or otherwise, any other thing that we have noticed during the debt recovery, and we advise on the way forward. What we need when you officially engage us, these are the things that we need from you to have effective and successful debt recovery process that is fast and productive. The first thing we need is a complete and accurate history of the transaction. This is very important. We need to understand what steps have you taken in recovering this money. What has been the outcome or the results? Have you given it to a debt recovery professional or a debt recovery agency before? What was the outcome. This is very important to enable us know how to re-strategize, as repeating what has been done before may not yield any reasonable fruit. We need all documentation. No documentation is irrelevant. We need every documentation concerning that loan transaction from A to Z. We will peruse it and know what exactly to do. Also know how to advise you if in the event we find out there are loopholes in your loan transaction. We need a precise debt sum, not speculation. We do not want a situation where we're telling a customer that you are owing our client 50 million and the customer is saying, I So we do not want a situation where our client is telling us that a particular customer debtor is owing 50 million, for example, and then we approach the customer debtor and what we are hearing is 35 million. That, from experience, would linger the debt recovery process and would let the customer debtor take unnecessary advantage and buy time from the debt during the debt recovery process. So we need a precise debt sum. We also need debt differentiation. In other words, we need to know what exactly is the capital, what exactly is the interest, what are the defaults, what are the penalties that are available. You need to differentiate it when before you give us a total, where you will differentiate it so that when we are at the table of negotiation, we would know what to negotiate and what not to negotiate. We also need specific instructions. What exactly are you looking at? Are you looking at debt recovery plus escalation, or just debt recovery, or you're looking at litigation? We want to know your specific instructions so that after 3 months, we can know how to advise on the way forward. We also need letter of instruction and retainer as external debt recovery professionals to handle your debt recovery matter. We need the power to negotiate and revert to you. Let me speak a little bit on that quickly. So, for example, if you have a debt of 150 million, for example, with a customer, and that is all with the interest, with the default, fine, everything sums up to 150. You could tell us something like, we would accept 130 million if it is a one-off payment. When you give us such power and you specify in our letter of instruction, it makes negotiation and debt restructuring very easy for us, and there won't be need to go back and forth. We already know what you cannot go beyond, and so it's easy for us to negotiate and seal the deal immediately. We need administrative and mobility fees. So if you are engaging us for your debt recovery files, depending on the nature of the brief, the nature of the debt history, the amount that is involved, the complexity of the debt file, and how old this debt is, you would have to pay administrative fee for us to officially open a file for you in our firm, and you mobilize us for the debt recovery process. So we want you to partner with us, and I'm just going to give you 2 reasons why you should partner with us: experience and results. Experience is the teacher of all times, and results is what people would use to know that indeed you have experience to handle this. We have worked with over 250 clients in both personal, business, and finance capacity. We have recovered and restructured debts of over 2 billion naira, in addition to our professional, customer-centric, and cost-effective approach. These are the reasons that we want you to partner with us, because we have the experience and we will get you the results in the most professional way, cost-effective, and would still keep you in business. Our approach will help you save time, resources, maintain healthy relationship with your clients and customers. And these are some of the clients that we have worked with, to mention just some that we have worked with in the past and some that we are currently working with. I want you to meet some of our best team members. We have more vendors, but for the purpose of this profile, we need to put some faces to the firm itself. You have Barrister Precious, myself, we have Mr. Smart, who is the practice manager. We have Barrister Uyewole, we have Barrister Marvin, and we have Barrister Kemi, who oversees our Abuja branch. Our coverage, where do we cover as Living Springs Solicitors and as Lease Recovery Group? In Nigeria, we cover the northern part of Nigeria. We cover Abuja and Kano states. In the south, we cover Delta states and Rivers. In the west, we cover Lagos and the sister state, which is Oyo, Osun, Ondo. Outside Nigeria, we cover UK, we cover United States of America, we cover Canada, we cover Australia, Germany, Ghana, and South Africa. Those are our coverage for now. Our end goal is to help you successfully recover your debts, remain in business, and still retain your customers in the process. So we want you to partner with us for a seamless debt recovery process. You can also visit our website, www.livingspringssolicitors.com, to learn more about our services outside debt recovery. We look forward to partnering with you to help you achieve an effective and successful debt recovery process. Thank you, and see you in our family. Bye-bye.